Good morning. Inshallah, today we'll explain with each other the thermal expansion for grade 9. At the beginning, what the meaning of thermal? Thermal means heat. The word thermal means heat. This is number one. Number two, expansion. What the meaning of expansion? Expansion to increase in the particles or the space between the particles with each other. We will increase the space between the particles with each other. For example, if we have a material like this, we have a particles nearer to each other. When we heat this material, of course, it's iron, it's a gas, it's a liquid, anything, it will increase the particles, it will move away from each other by this way. This is the meaning of expansion. So, the meaning of expansion means when a material is heated, the particles have more kinetic energy, so move more, resulting in more space will happen between the molecules and ultimately resulting in the material expansion. This is the meaning of expansion, to increase the distance, increase the intermolecular spaces among molecules. Okay, this can happen for the gas, for liquids, but at the major material which can happen this expansion, it will be in the gas. It appears in the gas. For example, if we heat a gas, a balloon, we bring a balloon of the gas and we heat this, the balloon will increase in the size. This is the meaning of expansion. Here we have something we call the experiences in the expansion will be the gas. Why the gas? Because the particles have most freedom to move. For example, if I have here like a balloon of the gas by this way, if we heat this balloon, it will expand in size by this way. By using the heat or put it in the hot water or something like this, it will expand. This is the meaning of thermal expansion. Number 3, in this point, describe the temperature is measured. How we can measure the temperature? How we can measure the temperature? By using a liquid in glass apparatus. What the meaning of this? If we need to measure the temperature, we must use apparatus to measure this temperature. But when we need to use this apparatus, we have some topics to take care about this. Number 1, the temperature maybe rises or fall as the liquid expand or contract. Mean as we increase the heat, as we increase the temperature, we increase the heat, the liquid will raise up. So we should choose the liquid which can expand with the expansion of the heat. Okay, this number 1. Number 2, the scale is used to calibrate. The scale which is used to calibrate and convert expansion to the temperature value. This main topics for choosing the liquid which used for the expansion, used for the thermometers. Number 3, give example of fixed points to calibrate the thermometer. To calibrate any thermometer, we must have 2 main points. Number 1, the melting point. Number 2, the boiling point. Like what? The melting point of water is 0 degree. The boiling point of water is 100. We must take care about this. When we need to choose a liquid to be used for the thermometer, we should use taking our consideration about the melting point, about the boiling point. Number 3, the sensitivity. What the meaning of sensitivity? Mean the change in the output per unit change in the input. Means what? We must take care about what I start with here when I need to make a scale for the temperature. We need to make a scale for temperature. It will increase the temperature with increasing the heat. As the temperature raises, this liquid increase upward. Okay? So for example, it's a 1, 2, for example, 3, 4, and so on. According to the increasing of the heat, it will raise up in the temperature, the liquid will increase up. This sensitivity means the change in the length. The change in the length per degree change in temperature. Means what? If we have this, as we drew before, this point, when we increase this change in the thermometer, it will increase the length by increasing the heat. Describe how to increase the sensitivity. How can we increase, make it more accurate, more sensitive to calculate any temperature without absorbing a large amount of heat to change? Here we have some topic to take care of them. The main topic we should have a bigger bulb. If we draw the thermometer, as we see, if I draw a thermometer by this way, it should be contain, number 1, bigger bulb. This bulb contains a bigger bulb to contain a large amount of mercury. Number 2, this tube must be the bore. We call this tube the bore. This is the bore. It should be narrow. It should be narrow bore. Narrow bore and bigger bulb. When we put it to change the temperature, it can take a wide variation. Wide variation in its choosing. This one. Number 2, what's the meaning of the range? Range means the difference between the maximum and minimum values. The difference between the maximum and the minimum values. This is the meaning of the range. Number 4 here. This, how can we increase the range of the thermometer? By wider bore, by longer stem. We choose the longer stem of the thermometer and the wider bore. This one for this example. Number 5, the linearity. Linearity means when a change in the input causes the same or equivalent the change in the output, this is called the linearity. This is called the linearity. Means what? 1 degree produces 1 millimeter change. The meaning of linearity. Okay? This is number 1 of the choosing of the thermometer. How can we choose the thermometer? Okay? And now we will ask some questions. What the meaning of thermal process? What the meaning of thermal process? Number 2, how can we choose the thermometer? Number 3, what's meant by the range? Number 4, what's meant by the linearity? Thank you for watching and goodbye.